In the trembling hush beneath a European dawn, when the forest still lies half asleep under its quilt of moss and dew, a quiet warmth begins to pulse at the heart of the woodland floor. It starts as a murmur, a subtle shifting beneath pine needles and the sweet decay of last year's leaves, like the earth clearing its throat before speaking. And then, rising with the first breath of sunlight, an ancient nation awakens. This is the realm of Formica Rufa, the redwood ant, a species so old it has watched the continents drift and forests rise and fall, yet so present, so alive, that its influence radiates through every corner of the ecosystem it reigns over. The mound itself is a living monument, a towering citadel of twigs, needles, resin, and soil, built over years by millions of tireless bodies. At first glance, it seems still, just another forest bump among roots and buried stones. But as the sun pushes its golden fingers across the horizon, a shimmer sweeps across its surface. Ants, tens of thousands, begin to pour out in a flowing river of crimson and coal. Their bodies ignite in the light, each segment catching a brief spark before disappearing again into the mass. They move with purpose, not chaos, driven by a choreography as old as their lineage. Thermoregulation, food gathering, colony defense, brood care, each task woven into the living script of the mound. Warmth is the signal that transforms this world. Like solar panels, their bodies absorb heat, powering muscles that will carry them through territories spanning tens of meters. A worker ant climbs to the top of a twig, pausing, antennae lifted, tasting the invisible stories carried in the air. Chemical trails spiral across the forest floor, maps, warnings, memories. She follows one, vanishing under the shadow of a fern. Around her, the forest glows with the silent intensity of countless processes that rely on the very work she and her sisters are about to perform. In these early hours, the colony pulses with division of labor. Younger workers remain inside, tending larvae, cleaning chambers, guarding the queen's safety. Older, more weathered individuals, those whose bodies bear tiny scratches from past skirmishes, venture outward. Their path is both routine and sacred. They are the guardians, the foragers, the explorers of a world teeming with rivals and opportunities. Every step they take reshapes the forest in ways subtle yet profound. As they prey on caterpillars, disrupt aphid populations, disperse seeds, aerate the soil, they stitch and restitch the fabric of the woodland ecosystem. Deep within the mound, the queen lies in the darkness, her body long and regal, her presence a steady heartbeat for the colony's existence. She may live 15, even 20 years, an eternity for an insect, producing eggs by the thousands. Around her, workers cradle the brood in their jaws, shifting them constantly to pockets of precise humidity and temperature. The mound is not just architecture, it is climate control, a dynamic engine of ventilation and heat management. Channels open and close as workers rearrange materials, allowing warm air to rise, cool air to descend, moisture to disperse. The entire structure breathes, exhales, adjusts, like a great creature woven from needles and soil. Outside, the foragers fan out in great arcs across the undergrowth. Their eyes, though small, perceive the world in fractured mosaics of light and shadow. Their antennae hum with information, chemical signals etched onto bark, resin, loam. Their coordination is astonishing. An ant that finds prey releases pheromones so faint humans can't detect them, yet they mark a trail that her sisters follow without hesitation. Within minutes, a team assembles, surrounding a caterpillar, their mandibles clicking, a sound soft yet relentless, like the whisper of scissors cutting silk. They do not kill immediately, they immobilize, severing muscles, disabling escape. Their efficiency is surgical, honed by millions of years of predation. Above them, a robin lands, head tilted. Birds know the redwood ants well, their formic acid a weapon and, paradoxically, a tool. Many birds deliberately expose their feathers to ant trails, allowing the ants to spray their chemical defenses. It soothes parasites, a practice called anting. The ants climb onto the robin, releasing bursts of acid along its feathers, unaware that their aggression serves a purpose beyond their colony. Nature is full of such tangled bargains, forged not by treaties, but by necessity. But harmony is an illusion the forest wears lightly. Beyond the robin's delicate dance lies the shadow of conflict. Rival ant colonies push their frontiers outward, and borders are drawn in pheromone lines invisible to every creature except those who must fight for them. When two Formica Rufa nations meet, the forest trembles with war. Thousands of ants surge into the open, mandibles wide, legs braced, bodies angled forward in rigid defiance. Battles can last hours, days, even months. Workers lock together in violent knots, dragging enemies across the soil, spraying acid in desperate arcs. Sometimes one colony is driven back, sometimes it collapses entirely, absorbed by the victor. In these wars, a mound does not merely fall, it becomes part of another empire, its workers assimilated or destroyed. A forager pauses on a sunlit branch, encountering a colony of aphids that glisten like tiny jewels. A mutualistic bond unfolds. The ant strokes an aphid with her antennae, coaxing it to release sugary honeydew. To the ant, this is liquid gold, a vital carbohydrate source that fuels the colony's ceaseless energy demands. In return, the ants guard the aphids, shepherding them across plants, protecting them from predators. The forest thrives on such delicate exchanges, alliances written not in treaties, but in instincts. As midday climbs, the mound becomes a furnace of activity. Ventilation shafts open as workers rearrange the surface layers. The deeper chambers warm just enough to accelerate larval development, but not enough to risk overheating. The colony is a superorganism, each worker a single cell in a vast and intricate body. No leader commands them, yet their collective intelligence shapes one of the most complex societies in the animal kingdom. Far from the mound, scouts push into unfamiliar territory. Their mission is perilous: discover resources, assess threats, avoid becoming prey. A lizard watches from a rock, tongue flicking, reading the movement patterns. An ant strays too close. In an instant, the lizard lunges, jaws snapping, and the worker disappears. But this loss barely ripples the colony's momentum. The redwood ant society absorbs such sacrifices seamlessly, for resilience is its nature. As afternoon light softens, a tremor pulses through the mound, a shift in rhythm, a quickening. Winged forms begin to gather near the entrances, males and virgin queens, their bodies sleek, their wings quivering with the promise of flight. This is the nuptial swarm, the great rising of the next generation. The air above the forest floor flickers with new life as thousands take to the sky, rising in spirals that shimmer like embers caught in an updraft. Males pursue the queens with a driven, reckless urgency. Their flight is brief, ecstatic, and fatal. After mating, the males fall like spent sparks, their purpose fulfilled in minutes. The newly fertilized queens drift downward, searching for places to begin their solitary empires. When one lands, she tears off her wings, symbols of freedom turned relics of victory, and burrows into the earth. Alone in the darkness, she will raise her first brood with nothing but her stored reserves. If she survives the vulnerable months ahead, a new nation will rise around her, pulsing with the same ancient rhythms. As dusk folds over the forest, the workers return, carrying fragments of beetles, seeds, drops of honeydew. Their trails shimmer faintly with pheromone echoes, guiding the last stragglers home. The mound cools, its frenetic energy settling into a quiet heartbeat. Deep inside, the queen rests among her brood, encircled by workers who clean her, feed her, guard her with unwavering loyalty. The forest exhales. Night wraps its velvet fingers through the pines, but beneath the soil, beneath the needles and moonlit shadows, the nation does not sleep. It hums, it breathes, it waits. For morning will come again, and with it the blazing, unstoppable surge of life that is Formica Rufa, the redwood ant, the silent architect of forests, the master of cooperation in war, the heartbeat beneath the leaf litter, eternal and untamed.